Alright, what's up, y'all? This is me again. Addiction, recovery, life afterwards. This is Joe. This video is gonna be, it should be pretty quick. It's gonna be Suboxone detox withdrawal, what to expect weeks 2 to 4. As you seen, I had the what to expect week on the first week, so it's kind of like a follow up to that. So, weeks 2 to 4, days 7 to 14 and 14 to 21 is what I would say. So, and then after that you're pushing. So, basically, this is about the time when you're going to start feeling a little bit better. Your restless legs and muscle spasm twitches, things like that are going to start easing up a little bit each and every day, especially if you're getting up and moving around and staying active, taking your supplements, doing this, staying hydrated, making sure you're eating properly and all this stuff, taking care of yourself. Sleep, not so much from 7 to 14, right about in the middle there, you'll start getting increments of hour and a half, 2 hours, such and such, on and on like that. You slowly usually work yourself into another routine or sleep schedule that you'll start getting more disease, or everybody's different. Some people end up taking naps or sleeping shorter periods of time. For me personally, I think that's about the time that I started going from like 1 hour to 2 hours to 2.5 hours to 3 hours at a time, stuff like that. Every couple of days it started just slowly building up to more sleep. So if you're having an issue with that, don't focus on it mentally too much, because you'll get to anxiety and a panic attack about it. Just know, if you're doing everything you need to be doing, it should start to come. Over the top mood swings is what I said. It's not so much like you're going to be flipping out on everybody, but you're going to be like, this is when you're going to start getting your emotions and your feelings and your senses back. You're going to start feeling really, really happy, or really, really sad. Your emotions are going to be overwhelming at times because your senses have been suppressed for so long, due to whatever substance you've been on, opiates, Suboxone, it all works. Saying you're going to have a lot of people at this time have that anxiety, panic, nervousness, especially if they're thinking about going out in public or going to a store, or doing things socially. They start getting very, very anxious or panicky. My biggest suggestion for this is don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff. You can do everything you did when you were on opiates or Suboxone that you can do now, okay? I might have said that backwards, but yeah, everything you did then, you can do now without them, okay? I don't suggest going to the trap house and getting a hookup and all that shit, but you know what I mean. Alright, I guess so. Gradually give or see, your appetite's probably going to kick in. A lot of people have had the gurgly gut or nauseousness. One thing I suggested to some people was, getting some of the chocolate nutrient drinks if they're having a real hard time with it, just to keep your nutrients up, keep your vitamins up. Drink your Gatorades and your waters, stay hydrated, things like this. And then you start getting your concentration, your focus, and becoming back. Depending on what was your final day. You can count days 1 to 3, but you're really not into the withdrawal until day 3 to 4, and then it's really kicking in. So that 3 to 4 days, you're really not going to have that. Well, for me personally, and a few other people I know, you're not going to have that real strong focus and ability to acquire anything that you're really going through. It's more just noise to kind of block out your thoughts from circle jerking your brain around, you know what I mean? But yeah, your feelings, your emotion, your senses are coming back. Cold, hot, you're going to start feeling that. You're going to start feeling the emotions, and just feel them, go through them. Don't let them take over you. I do sometimes, but sometimes you got to, just to know where their limit is, so you can relearn where their limit is. If you're gonna get mad sometime, get really mad, so you know what really mad is. Now that's you being really mad, and you can learn how to deviate and control that. Say what's happy, sad. Go to the extreme. Put your feelings out there. Cry in your pillow, man. Ball it out, and then reel it back in. Take control of that and see how know what I mean? Don't just suppress it. That's what's been going on. That's why you're going through it. So don't just suppress. Sex drive. Well, for me personally, I don't have a lady friend at the moment, but a lot of the guys I talk to and associate with and converse say that, yeah, they have a really hard time with sex after coming off Suboxone or long-term opiate use. Mainly the Suboxone, though. I noticed the opiate use has an effect, but the Suboxone seems to really play a role on that. And even for a single guy, you can tell just by how your senses are and feeling stuff. Things just feel weird at the moment, so don't be alarmed by that. It's normal. I can say is get up, get moving, get your blood going, get amped up, stay on the adrenaline high. Make sure you're taking your vitamins, your supplements, and make sure that you keep your juices, your fruits, and things like that, especially now with this other sickness going on, because your immune system is already going to be compromised. Believe it or not, that opiates or Suboxone, they boost your immune system, or it has some effect on that. I'd have to look it up and post up on it, and I probably will on the website I'm working on making. But don't slouch on that, especially now. Keep your hands washed, take your showers, keep clean, because your immune system's going to be lower. You're looking to get sick sometime here real soon, and it happens to almost everybody I've ever talked to that's attempted and succeeded for a short amount of time, or like a couple people I know on here and on other sites that have stayed off for a while. You're going to get sick. You're going to get a real bad cold, the flu or something like that usually kicks in. Some people get it real early, other people don't get it until a couple months later. It took me a few months before I got mine, and man, it hit me hard. So, but just stay up on the B vitamins and C vitamins. Get your body going, get out there in the sun, away from everybody, get that exercise and get the sunshine on you, get your muscles moving, you should be good. And that's about what you could really expect from weeks 2 and 3. So other than that, a lot of people, this is when the pause near the end of this, around the 30 to 45 day mark, is when the pause is really going to kick in. Just be careful with that. A lot of people get pretty depressed. A lot of people get real anxiety. Don't play into the anxiety. Breathe it through, think it through rationally. I say combat it as much as you can. That isn't putting yourself in danger or your sobriety in danger. Okay. For the pause, it's just on an individual level. It seems how it just focuses on that brain chemistry, different people. Me personally, I believe it depends on how long you were on it. How long you were on, and what dose you were on, for how long you were on a high dose, how long it took you to wean yourself and taper down, and how low of a dose you were when you jumped. I think all these things play an important role on the pause situation, and I think the lower you go, if you can skip days in between that dose and that little dose and stuff, I think that will really help you mentally start healing up while you're still tapering, so that the pause and other effects aren't so horrendous on you. That's just my own mental, personal suggestions and thoughts on it, and from what I perceive and things from information I get from out there on the web and the people I talk to. Another thing, doctor here, just old twag tard talking about his junkie days. No. Anyways, guys, never quit, never fail. You can do it. Don't give up. If things don't work out the first time, don't give up. Just keep going, keep pushing. If you don't get back on that freaking train and fucking balls to balls, it's gonna be easier and easier. It took me twice. I went 6 days the first time, found the stash, weaned off some more, which really helped because that first jump wasn't nut was hell. Compared to my second one, but so don't beat yourselves up. If you have a slip up, get back up on it, push it, fight it. You can do it. Never quit, never fail. It's a joke. Addiction recovery, life afterwards. Keep pushing, y'all.